Hello and welcome to Therapy Book Thursday. Thank you for joining me today. Today we're going to be reading a little more serious book, but this is a book that's really helpful in helping children understand what trauma is and why maybe they're experiencing the things that they are experiencing, the things that they are going through. I found this book and I thought that it does a pretty good job of walking through some of the symptoms that children experience when they've been through something difficult. So whether you are a teacher that has children in the classroom that you know of that have experienced traumatic events, or whether you're a clinician working with children who have experienced trauma, or even parents. Sometimes even reading what's defined as a children's book can be helpful for adults to read to understand themselves and to understand their own children or the children around them. So this book is recommended for children ages 6 to 11 per the back cover. And we will go ahead and get started. So Healing Days, a guide for kids who have experienced trauma, written by Susan Farber Straus and illustrated by Maria Bogade. Something bad happened to me. I did not want anyone to know. I was scared. I was sad. I was angry. I was embarrassed. I was hurt and confused. I tried to forget. I tried to sleep and not wake up. I tried to think it wasn't me it happened to. I tried to turn off the pictures in my head. I tried to numb the feelings and quiet the noises I heard. I even tried to stop the hurt by hurting myself and hurting others. Everything reminded me. Sometimes I felt like the bad thing was happening all over again. Sometimes I got very nervous and jumpy. Sometimes I didn't even want to go places or do things that reminded me of the bad thing. My dreams scared me. The dark scared me. I had trouble sleeping and my tummy hurt. I wanted to hold on to Auntie tight and never let go. I cried a lot and did other things I hadn't done since I was a baby. My teacher said I wasn't focusing, I wasn't working, I was distracted, and I wasn't playing nicely. I was getting into trouble, but I didn't care about school or anything else. My friends said I wasn't fun. My friends said I was acting weird. My friends didn't know my secret. I felt like I couldn't tell anyone about it. I felt so lonely. I thought I was bad. I thought everyone was looking at me and thinking, bad kid. I thought no one liked me anymore. I didn't know what to do. But my auntie knew. She took me to see a therapist. Auntie explained that a therapist is a nice person who understands all about kids. I drew some pictures for my therapist. I played with her toys. I talked and even answered some hard questions. My therapist listened very carefully. We talked about the thing that happened to me. She said it happens to other kids too. She said they were good kids like me. It wasn't their fault. But they felt the same things I felt, and they were hurt too. My therapist taught me that when people and animals are hurt, scared, or stressed, their bodies react. They prepare for danger, and that's a good thing, some of the time. Here's what animals do when they get scared and are in danger. Fight, run away or take flight, stay very still or freeze. My therapist says that fight, flight, or freeze explains why when something bad or scary happens, our muscles get tense as if our bodies were getting ready to fight. Our hearts race and our breathing speeds up as if we're going to go run away. Or our bodies can't move and our brains block out our thoughts and feelings as if we are frozen. My therapist told me that after a bad thing happens, it's natural for our bodies and our minds to keep acting like the danger is still there, even when it's not. But that's not always helpful. You can get tired trying to watch out for danger and not have the energy to have fun or learn in school. Like when I felt too tired to play with my friends and just wanted to sleep. So my therapist helped me find ways to feel better and safer. Now I have a safety plan if I ever think I am in danger. Safety plan. Talk to these trusted people. Auntie and Granny. Call this phone number. Auntie's phone number. I also have a feel-good plan that helps keep my feelings under control. Exercise. Practice deep breathing. Relax my muscles. Do fun activities that I enjoy like yoga, drawing, or listening to happy music. Create a calming bedtime routine and get together with friends. I exercise by riding my bike, playing sports, taking a walk, or walking the dog. I try to do something every day. I practice deep breathing as soon as I start to feel nervous or afraid. First, I take a long, deep breath through my nose, feeling my tummy rise as I breathe in. I like to pretend I'm smelling a delicious chocolate birthday cake. Then I hold the breath for a second or two. Then I slowly breathe out through my mouth, just like I'm blowing out the birthday candles in one long, slow breath. I can repeat this as often as I need to until my body starts to feel more relaxed. Muscle relaxing felt silly at first, but I practiced it anyway. First, I tighten the muscles in my feet, curling my toes. I count to 10 and then relax those muscles. Next, I tighten the muscles in my lower legs, count to 10 and relax. I keep doing this with all of my muscles in my body, saving my eyes and nose for last, until my whole body feels relaxed. It helps me fall asleep at night. I even tried it at school before a test, and guess what? It helped me think. I go with Auntie to yoga. In yoga, we learn different stretches and how to control our breath. I got to be really good at standing on my head. Better than Auntie. I made a list of things to do every night before bed. Instead of watching TV or a movie, which could be scary, I gather my favorite stuffed animals into bed and read a story. Get a good night hug, get tucked in, have my nightlight turned on, and get wished sweet dreams. It helps me sleep. I worked at treating people nicely and respecting their feelings, and I remembered how much fun it was to have friends. My therapist told me that I've been a good kid all along, but it took me a while to believe her. Now, I know she's right. She also told me it sometimes takes a while, but I can be a happy kid again, a happy, good kid. I'm beginning to think she's right about that too. The end. So, I really like how this book kind of talks about all those symptoms. You probably heard them. You know, that fight, flight, freeze, that's a really common response that anybody can have when they've experienced trauma. And children often don't understand what that is or why that's happening. So it is good for them to be able to know what the symptoms are, what they're going through, and that it's normal for them to have those experiences, but that we also want those things to go away for them. We want to take away that pain and that discomfort so that they can be happy and know that they are good kids despite the bad things that have happened to them in their life. So again, this was published by the American Psychological Association, a while ago. Not too long ago, it looks like, in 2013. So it's not a very old book, but it is a slightly older book compared to today. But I really do like how this book talked about trauma in children. And so this can help both children and adults understand other children and what they may be going through. So thank you for joining me today. If you have any questions about it, you can post it in the comments, send me a message, or you can also buy your own copy on my Amazon list and anywhere else you can buy books. Thank you so much for joining me today for Therapy Book Thursday. I look forward to seeing you next week. Bye.